all the pastors that are, let's just say that, very well known, a lot of them are kind of backing away from true Christianity because the fact that they don't want to be criticized by the world. I run into this problem a lot, and I always quoted Jesus Christ in Matthew 10:22, and Jesus Christ says that people will hate you because of me.
That's right.
And that blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for there shall be the kingdom of heaven. And blessed are you when they persecute you, say all kind of insult things because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for great shall be a reward in heaven. I always recite that to them, and I think a lot of pastors forget about that.
That's a very good word, Pastor Timothy. That needs to be said more, because we are here to be shepherds as pastors, which means a lot of times we have to chase away the wolves. And too often we don't want to chase away the wolves because we're afraid that people are going to leave our church. Well, our job is not to get numbers. Our job is to preach the truth and leave the results to God. And actually, it turns out now, in the experience that I've had, in fact, there's a gentleman from Baton Rouge right here. His name is Tony Perkins. He's the head of the Family Research Council up in D.C. And he says, if your pastor starts coming out and preaching truth on every issue, regardless of whether or not it intersects with politics. Of course, everything intersects with politics now, right? Everything's political. You know, when sex is political, like whether what your gender is, or everything's politics, right? If you start speaking on those issues, you're going to lose a lot of people from your church. But he also said you're going to gain a whole lot more, and they're going to be even more devoted to the truth because people are screaming for leadership. How should we think about these things? What does God say about these things? What does the Bible say about these things? If we're going to hide from them, then we're not doing justice. We're not being true shepherds. We're not doing justice to the scriptures. And by the way, we're not called to be tax exempt. We're called to be salt and light.
Amen.
So tax exemption, people are worried about tax exempt. No, just preach the truth and leave the results to God.
Amen.